Hi, I'm Evan Walker and I'm here with the Cincinnati Skatepark project. We're advocating for a safe, sustainable, and accessible place for people to skate in Cincinnati.
I grew up skateboarding in the 80s and early 90s, and I loved the freedom of it. It was a physical thing, but it was also an artistic outlet. It was a really cool hybrid of the two that I didn't find anywhere else. I've discovered music and culture and met friends, and without it, yeah, I mean, who knows what I would have got into.
I think that the skate community brings together a really unique group of individuals that sometimes don't have another place to belong or don't find that community anywhere else. All ages too. I see, young kids starting out that are just hopping on a board, or people that have been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years. I think that there's a certain level of acceptance that the skating community brings that a lot of people don't find in other spaces. You could be the person that you've gone your whole life trying to find another space to fit in, and then you find a skating community and it just feels like that safe space to you. It feels like home to you.
Here in Cincinnati, we have a strong and enthusiastic skate scene, and we really need a place for the youth of the city to get out and have an alternative to team sports, get creative and get active.
I think a skate park within city limits would be fantastic for Cincinnati. If we had something a little more centralized, it wouldn't just give those local skaters a place to go, but it would help build the community.
I know a lot of kids that want to get into skateboarding but can't because they're all too far, too spread out from each other, or you got to take a bus somewhere. So if there was one downtown or somewhere where it's close to a bus route, that'd be cool.
Shortly after we opened the shop, also the Lawrenceburg Skate Park opened. The original layout, it wasn't designed by skaters, and they didn't really know what we were looking for or what we needed.
They have to be built by skateboarders, by people who actually know how to use them. Because when they're not, they're just not built safe and they're not all that fun. So skateboarder designed and built parks are a world difference because they know what it's going to feel like to ride it. They know how fast you're going to have to go on that ramp right there to have speed for this. They know because they've skateboarded for years.
Good modern skate parks are developed with the community in mind, incorporating the needs of the neighborhood, including sustainability features, arts, culture, and local history.
I think the skate park really prevented the idle hands syndrome for a lot of kids that maybe were into some bad things or had no direction.
Before I got into skateboarding, I was playing sports, but then I kind of fell out of those and I was kind of lost. It gave me something to work towards and keep going. Like Joe mentioned, idle hands, I definitely was one of those people.
Skateboarding's a struggle. It's hard. And then it always gets harder because it's harder than you want it to be. Because you're always trying to learn something new. And you'll watch kids struggle or adults struggle all day long. And that teaches you some pretty profound lessons. Being out here doing something physical on your own, but also in community with other people, and everyone kind of knows what that's like to struggle because you've been through that, you might be going through that on your own, and then when they finally land it, you're hyped for them and you all share in that moment of collective joy. That's a beautiful thing when it happens.
Right here!
Skating kind of is that melting pot of all these different people from different backgrounds and experiences coming together and finding that commonality on wheels that brings them together and makes them feel like they're valued, they're loved, they're accepted, and that it's okay to exist in a space together.
I've seen a lot of kids that maybe at first I'm like, man, this kid's always in trouble, or maybe a kid that even tried to steal from the shop, but once we got them on a skateboard and they started working towards something and progressing, it didn't just change their physical talent, but it transformed them as a human as well.